Hello everyone, this is Bini R, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in Emmanuel Arser, JJ College of Engineering. Today, we will discuss one of the most important technology behind modern artificial intelligence known as deep learning. So what is deep learning? Deep learning is a branch of machine learning that uses artificial neural networks with many layers to learn patterns from large amount of data. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses artificial neural networks with multiple layers to learn patterns from data. The word deep refers to the presence of many hidden layers between the input and output layers. Unlike traditional programming, where we explicitly write rules, deep learning system learn these rules automatically from examples. Today, instead of focusing only on theory, we will understand deep learning through a real-world application that all of us use every day: face recognition in smartphones. By the end of this session, you will understand what deep learning is, how neural networks work, how face recognition systems are trained, why deep learning is powerful. Now, let's move to the next slide. So, here we can see about how it works. A deep learning model consists of layers of artificial neurons. That is, the first layer is input layer. In input layer, it receives data. For example, we will be receiving the data as image or text. The next layer is the hidden layer, where it extracts the features of the data. The last layer is output layer. In the output layer, the predictions of the given input are made. So, a deep learning system consists of three layers: input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Let's move on to the next slide. Here we can see an example. When recognizing a cat in an image, first in the input layer, it detects the edges and colors. In the next layer, that is the hidden layer or middle layer, it detects shapes like ears and eyes. Later, it recognizes the complete cat. Now we can move on to the next slide. So why it's important? Deep learning has achieved remarkable results in image recognition, speech recognition, natural language processing, medical diagnosis, self-driving vehicles, recommendation system. Now we can see about the difference between deep learning and traditional machine. Let us first understand why deep learning became necessary. Suppose we want a computer to identify a person's face. In traditional programming, we would have to manually define rules such as eye distance, nose length, face shape, mouth position, then write thousands of if-else conditions. For example, if eye distance equals X and nose length equals Y, then identify as John. But human faces are extremely complex. People wear glasses, people grow beards, lighting changes, facial expression change. Writing rules for every possible situation is almost impossible. Deep learning solves this problem by learning patterns directly from examples. Instead of programming rules, we provide data and allow the system to learn. This is why deep learning has become so successful. Now we can see one of example. So, whenever you unlock your phone using Face ID or face recognition, deep learning is working in the background. The phone captures your face image. The deep learning model analyzes the image. It compares the detected features with previously stored patterns. If a match is found, the phone unlocks. This entire process happens within milliseconds. To understand how this works, let us see how the model is trained. Now we can see a real-world example, that is face recognition in smartphones. The first step in deep learning is data collection. A neural network learns from examples. For face recognition, millions of images are collected. These images contain different people, different lighting condition, different camera angles, different facial expression. For example, face on image consists of the image of John. This is called label data. Each image has a corresponding correct answer. The more data available, the better model it learns. This is why companies like Apple, Google and Meta uses enormous data to train their AI systems. There is a popular saying in AI, better data beats better algorithm. So next one is the input layer. In input layer, computers do not see images the way humans do. They see numbers. Every image consists of pixels. Each pixel contains a numerical value. For example, 120, 125, 130, 115, 140, 135, 110, 120, 128. These values represent brightness level. A smartphone image may contain millions of such pixel values. The input layer receives all these numbers and passes them to the neural network. The input layer itself does not learn anything. Its job simply to receive the data and forward it. Now we can see about the hidden layer. Now we reach the most important part of deep learning, the hidden layer. The hidden layer automatically learns. The first layer learns symbol patterns, that is edges, line, curves, color transition. It may detect eye boundaries, nose edges, lip outliner. The next layer, the second layer, combines these edges. Now it begins identify eyes, nose, lips, eyebrows. The third layer, detect face structure. The third layer learns more complex structure, that is face shape, jawline, eye shaping, nose structure. The next layer is the identify person. This layer combines everything together. Now the system understands this entire structure represents John's face. This hierarchical learning is what makes deep learning powerful. Each layer learns increasingly complex information. Next, the training process. Initially, the model makes mistake. For example, sometimes for the prediction of Sarah, it will predict as Sarah, but the actual will be John. So, error occurs. The model adjusts its internal weight using backpropagation. After seeing millions of examples, accuracy improves. So, now we can see why deep learning works better. Deep learning is powerful because it automatically learns useful features. Traditional machine learn requires feature engineering. An engineer manually decides which feature to extract, which patterns are important. Deep learning performs this automatically. Advantages of deep learning: higher accuracy, better handling of complex data, works well with images, audio and text, continuous improvement with more data. This is why deep learning dominates more AI application. So, in this session, we have learned about deep learning. Thanks for watching.